Welcome to Factful Finance, where we're on a mission to empower you with the knowledge to take control of your financial future. Today, we're diving into a crucial aspect of financial independence: how to build a strong financial foundation with savings and emergency funds. You don't want to miss this. Did you know that nearly 60% of Americans don't have enough savings to cover a $1,000 emergency? Now, imagine the peace of mind you could have if you were prepared for life's unexpected twists. Well, it's time to start building that financial cushion. Before we get started, a quick disclaimer. The information shared today is for educational purposes only. While we provide helpful tips and resources, it's always best to consult with a professional for personalized guidance. Now, let's get into it. The first thing we need to talk about is why every woman needs an emergency fund. Life can throw curveballs, unexpected medical bills, car repairs, or even job loss. An emergency fund is your safety net, a buffer between you and the financial stress of those unpredictable moments. Experts recommend saving at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This isn't just about having some extra cash lying around. It's about giving yourself the freedom to face challenges without the pressure of financial uncertainty. Starting your savings journey might feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. The key is to start small and build momentum. Here's a tip. Set up a separate savings account that's easy to access, but not too easy. You don't want to dip into it for daily purchases. Consider automating your savings. For example, have a set amount deducted from your paycheck every month and transferred directly into your savings account. This way, you're paying yourself first and you won't even notice it happening. Speaking of automating savings, let's talk about practical budgeting for saving. The goal is to prioritize your savings alongside other financial obligations. A great way to do this is by following the 50-30-20 rule. Here's how it breaks down. 50% of your income goes toward necessities like rent and groceries. 30% goes toward your wants, and 20% should be saved or used to pay off debt. That 20% can go straight into your emergency fund. Even if you start small, the important thing is consistency. And here's where it gets powerful: building wealth over time. Once you have a solid emergency fund in place, you'll want to think about your long-term financial growth. This is where compound interest comes in. Let's say you've saved $1,000 and it earns 5% interest each year. In the first year, you'll earn $50, but in the second year, you'll earn 5% on $1,050, which means more money for you. Over time, your savings can grow exponentially, which is why starting early is key. Take it from Emma, who started saving for her emergency fund at 25. By the time she was 30, she had built up enough to cover 6 months of living expenses. It didn't happen overnight, but with automated savings and steady growth, she was able to tackle unexpected expenses without breaking a sweat. Building an emergency fund isn't about depriving yourself, it's about prioritizing your future. Cutting unnecessary expenses and sticking to a budget can make a huge difference. For example, Mia started by cutting down on dining out. She redirected that money into her savings, and within a few months, she had set aside $2,000, enough to cover a major car repair. Now let's zoom out for a second and talk about the big picture. As you build your emergency fund, remember that it's not a race. This is about creating a secure future for yourself. The journey of saving and investing is long-term, but the rewards, they're worth it. You'll find yourself with more freedom, less stress, and the power to make decisions on your own terms. So here's the big question. What's the first step you're going to take toward building your own emergency fund? Will it be setting up a separate savings account, automating your savings, or cutting back on some spending? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Thank you so much for joining us today on Factful Finance. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on more actionable financial insights. We think you'll find the video on building wealth through investing helpful as you work toward your financial goals. Stay focused, stay empowered, and remember, your financial future starts today.